You think you're in control? Nah, not until you own your thoughts. You need to dominate them. Rip out the weak ones. Grind the useless ideas to dust. You can't sit here waiting for something to happen. It's on you to make it happen. Stop second guessing. Every time you hesitate, you lose. Every damn time. You need to act without flinching. Think faster. Move quicker. The world doesn't care about your pace. It will grind you into the dirt if you lag. You want power? You gotta earn it, minute by minute, decision by decision. There's no mercy in this game, only consequences. That doubt creeping in? Shut it down. It's not real. It's a lie your weak side tells you, hoping you'll fold. You don't fold. You break through. Every time you want to quit, remember, nobody's coming to save you. Not a damn person. You're on your own, just like it's always been. You've seen people crack under pressure, right? You've seen them beg for relief. Pathetic. That's not you. Not anymore. You push harder when it gets rough. Pain is just another tool to shape you, make you sharp. Let it hurt if it must, but don't you dare stop. Weakness is temporary. Quitting is forever. You feel that tension in your chest? Good. It means you're alive. It means the battle's on. And that tension, you own it. Harness it. Turn it into something. Let it fuel you. Most people crumble under pressure, but not you. You thrive in the chaos. You make the chaos yours. You twist it, bend it, shape it into what you need. Get your mind right or get out. Nobody gives a damn about excuses. You think the system cares if you're tired? You think anyone notices when you're unsure? Hell no. You can't afford doubt. Doubt is death. If you hesitate for even a second, you're done. You've seen it before. The weak get devoured. The slow get erased. You want to win? You have to be relentless. Every second, every moment has to be under your control. No distractions. No wasted time. Focus, discipline, action. That's the only formula that works. You screw around, you lose. You wait for the right moment, it never comes. You create the right moment. You shape it. You mold it. You bend reality to your will. Why do you think you wear the mask? It's not to hide. It's to show you've become something else. Something beyond the ordinary. Something nobody can understand. People fear what they don't know, and that's power. You embrace the unknown. You thrive in it. You are it. Listen up. Your mind is a battlefield, and every thought is a weapon. You don't get to let stray ideas float around. You grab them by the throat, make them work for you, discipline them, control them, mold them into something sharp, something deadly. If a thought doesn't serve you, you crush it, If it's holding you back, you burn it to ash. Discomfort, it's fuel. It's a sign you're doing something right. Comfort is the enemy. It makes you soft. It makes you weak. Stay in the fire. Stay uncomfortable. That's where you grow. Every time you feel that edge, that sharpness, know that you're stepping closer to mastery. Master of what? Yourself. You know what separates you from the masses? Most of them are scared of their own thoughts. They run from the dark corners of their mind, hoping for escape. But you dive in. You take those shadows and shape them into something. You own the darkness. You are the darkness. They think they're smart, sitting in their safe little worlds, avoiding risk, avoiding challenge. They don't get it. Life isn't about playing it safe. It's about owning the chaos, commanding it. You either bend the world to your will, or the world breaks you. There's no middle ground. You can't be half committed. You're either in or you're out. Every time you doubt, remember this. Control is an illusion unless you make it real. No one hands you control. You rip it from the world with your bare hands. You don't wait for permission. You don't ask for validation. You take what's yours. That's the only way. Every thought, every move, every second, yours to command. Remember, it's not about what you feel. Feelings are distractions. You think they matter? No. What matters is action. What matters is execution. You feel tired. So what? Push through. You feel scared? Good. It means you're close to something real. It means you're right on the edge, where most people stop. But you don't stop. You push harder. You cross the line. You're not one of them. You're not here to blend in, to follow the rules like a good little soldier. You're here to break the system. You're here to rewrite the damn rules. That's why you need to get your mind in check. No loose ends. No wasted energy. Every thought serves you, or it gets destroyed. Keep this in your head. Master your mind, and you master everything else. Everything. Because once you control your thoughts, your actions fall in line. And when your actions are locked in, the world bends to your will. Every second counts. Every move matters. There's no room for weakness, no room for doubt. This is your game, your world, your damn rules. You know what separates you from the rest? It's not just skill. Anyone can learn skills. It's the mindset, the ability to shut down everything unnecessary, to tune out the noise and get laser focused on the mission. Most people crumble under pressure because their mind is cluttered with garbage, fear, distractions, pointless thoughts. Not you. You strip that all away. You boil it down to the essentials. Action, results, progress. Every time your mind starts to wander, You bring it back. You don't let it drift into the fog. You control that shit. You don't let it control you. The moment you lose control of your thoughts is the moment you lose control of the mission. And once the mission slips, you're finished. The second you stop thinking sharp, you're dead in the water. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone with potential wasted? They've got talent, but their mind is weak. They get distracted, lose focus. And where are they now? Nowhere. They're sitting there, watching you move, wondering how the hell you're still standing. You know how? You cut the bullshit from your head. You don't have time for second guessing. You've got too much riding on this, too much at stake. You've made it this far because you don't let anything slow you down. When the doubt creeps in, you crush it. When the fear hits, you channel it. Fear is power when you know how to use it. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you're alive. But never let it stop you. The second fear becomes your excuse. You've already lost. Look, nobody said this was gonna be easy. You think mastery comes without pain, without sacrifice. Hell no. You felt the sting of failure, but you didn't let it break you. You learned from it. You built from it. That's what most people don't get. Failure is a tool. It's not the end. It's the beginning of something better if you're smart enough to learn the lesson. And you've always been smart enough. You've always seen the angles others missed. But intelligence isn't enough. You know that. You've seen plenty of smart people fail because they didn't have the grind, the hunger. You've got that. You've got the drive to push when everyone else taps out. That's why you're still in the game. That's why you're on top. The hunger never leaves you. It's always there, pushing you forward, making you want more, and you'll get more, because you won't stop until you do. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection's a myth, but you do have to be relentless. You can't let anything stand in your way. Not people, not circumstances, not even your own mind. You dominate your thoughts the same way you dominate the game. With precision, with intensity, with absolute focus. Every day is a battle. You wake up and the war is on. The enemy, your weaker self, the part of you that wants to quit, that wants to slow down, that wants to give in to comfort. You crush that part. Every single day. Because if you don't, it will take over. It will pull you down. And you don't have time for that. You've got too much to do. Too much to prove. You've got a vision in your head, right? Something bigger than what anyone else sees. That's why you grind like this. That's why you push past the limits. Because you see the end game. You know what's waiting for you if you keep going. But getting there, that's the hard part. That's the part where most people fail. They can't see it through. They give up when it gets tough. But not you. You keep your eyes locked on that vision, and you fight for it every single day. Let's be real. There are no shortcuts. There are no easy wins. Every step forward is earned with blood, sweat, and mental warfare. You don't get to coast. You don't get to chill. You're either moving forward or you're getting left behind. And getting left behind, that's not an option. When you're in the thick of it, when everything's on the line, what's the one thing you can rely on? Your mind. Not your feelings, not your circumstances, just your mind. That's why you've got to own it. Every doubt, every fear, every hesitation, it all starts in your head. If you don't control it, it controls you. Think about all the times you wanted to quit. All the times it would have been easier to walk away, to say, I've had enough. But did you? No, you didn't. You kept going. You pushed through. Because deep down, you know there's no other option. You either master your mind, or you let it master you. And you're not about to let that happen. There's no room for weakness here. No room for excuses. Every time you start to doubt yourself, remember this. The only thing standing between you and your goal is your mindset. You've got the skills, you've got the intelligence, but if your mind isn't locked in, none of that matters. You think the greats got where they are by accident? No. They worked their minds just as hard as they worked their bodies. They didn't let doubt slow them down. They didn't let fear stop them. They mastered the art of thinking sharp, thinking clear, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're not here to make friends. You're not here to fit in. You're here to win, to dominate, to take what's yours and leave no room for doubt. That's the mission, and you know damn well you're capable of it. You've proven it time and time again. Every obstacle you've faced, you've crushed it. Every challenge, you've risen above it. So why stop now? Why let up when you're so close to the edge? You're right there, on the brink of something huge. You feel it, don't you? That pull, that drive. It's not gonna let you rest. Not until you've claimed what's yours. And yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna test you. But that's the point. You don't get stronger by playing it safe. You don't get sharper by staying in your comfort zone. You need the pain, the pressure. It's what shapes you. It's what makes you dangerous. So, when the doubt comes, and it will, you look it dead in the eye and say, not today. You don't have time for that weak shit. You're on a mission. You're carving out your place in this world, and you're not stopping until it's done. You know what else? The people who talk the loudest, who act like they've got it all figured out, they're the first to fold. They're the ones who crumble when the pressure hits. They talk about what they're gonna do, but when it's time to deliver, they've got nothing. You don't waste time talking. You let your actions speak. You let the results do the talking. That's the difference. You're not out here looking for approval. You're out here to win. And winning, it's not a one-time thing. It's every day. It's every moment. You think this game ever stops? Hell no. The second you think you can relax, someone else is grinding harder, getting smarter, moving faster. You think the world's gonna wait for you? You think success is just sitting there, waiting to be handed over? Wake up. This world takes no prisoners. You either keep moving forward, or you get run over. Simple as that. You've been down before. You've seen the bottom. You felt what it's like to lose. But what did you do? You got back up. Because that's what you do. You don't stay down. You don't let setbacks define you. You use them as fuel, as motivation. Every loss is a lesson. Every failure is just another step toward mastery. You know that. You've lived that. But here's the truth. You can't just survive. You've got to thrive. You can't just get by, hoping things will get better. You have to make them better. You have to take control of your situation and own every decision you make. No more excuses. No more waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. It's always now. You know that voice in your head? The one that says you're not good enough? The one that whispers that maybe you should just quit? That voice is a liar. It's weak. It's scared. You've got to shut it down. Every time it pops up, you crush it. You tell it to sit down, shut up, and watch you work. And that's what you do. You work. While everyone else is sleeping, you're working. While they're wasting time, you're putting in the hours. They won't understand it. They'll think you're crazy. Let them think that. Let them underestimate you. It just makes it easier for you to outmaneuver them. There's a reason you're still here, still fighting, still pushing, when everyone else has quit. You've got something they don't. You've got the ability to keep going when it gets hard, to stay focused when everything around you is falling apart. That's your edge. That's what sets you apart from the pack. Look around. How many people do you see coasting through life? How many are content to just get by, doing the bare minimum, hoping things will change for them? They won't. Things don't change unless you make them change. You've got to be the force that moves the world, not the one waiting to be moved. You've got the vision. You know what you want. But knowing isn't enough. You've got to take it. You've got to be ruthless about it. This isn't some game you can play half-heartedly. You're either all in or you're out. There's no middle ground. No playing it safe. You've got to be willing to take the hits, to get knocked down and get right back up again. And yeah, it's going to be a grind. There will be days when you want to throw in the towel, when you question why you're even doing this. That's the test. That's when you dig deep and remind yourself why you started in the first place. It's not about the money or the fame or any of that bullshit. It's about proving to yourself that you can do it, that you have what it takes to dominate your world. You remember all those people who said you couldn't do it, who laughed at your ideas, who told you to give up. Where are they now? Exactly. They're still stuck, still playing by someone else's rules, still trying to figure it out. But not you. You didn't listen to them. You didn't let their doubts infect your mind. You kept moving. You kept pushing. And now, look where you are. But don't get comfortable. Don't think for a second that you've arrived. The second you get comfortable is the second you start losing. The hunger, that never goes away. You've got to keep feeding it. Keep pushing yourself past the limits you thought you had. There's always another level to reach. Always. You think you've hit the ceiling? Think again. The ceiling's a lie. There's always more to learn, more to do, more to conquer. You've barely scratched the surface of what you're capable of. Don't let yourself plateau. Don't let yourself settle for good enough. You're not here for good enough. You're here to be the best, to be unstoppable. And that takes work. Every day. No days off. No breaks. Because the second you take a break, someone else is gaining on you. Someone else is putting in the time, doing the work, closing the gap. You can't let that happen. You won't let that happen. You've come too far, sacrificed too much to let it slip now. You've got to be obsessed with this, obsessed with your growth, your progress, your mission. Anything less than that, and you're just another face in the crowd, another person who almost made it. You're not here to almost do anything. You're here to dominate, to take what's yours and keep it, to leave no doubt. When they look at you, they need to know this is someone who doesn't stop. This is someone who won't back down, who won't quit, who won't be intimidated. They need to feel it, the intensity, the drive. They need to know you're not like them. You don't think like them. You don't move like them. You're on a whole different level, and they'll never reach it. And here's the kicker. They don't even know the half of it. They don't see the battles you fight every day in your own mind. They don't see the discipline it takes to stay focused, to keep grinding when everything in you wants to quit. They think it's easy. They think it's all luck. Let them think that. Let them believe what they want. You know the truth. You know what it takes. Because it's not just about skill. It's not just about talent. Those things fade. What doesn't fade is your mind, your willpower, your ability to push past the breaking point, to go further than anyone else. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. So next time that doubt creeps in, next time you feel like you've had enough, remember this. You've been here before. You've felt this way before. And every single time you push through. Every single time you found a way to keep going. Why? Because you refuse to lose. Because failure is not an option. Not for you. You've come too far to turn back now. You've done too much to quit. So when the pain hits, when the doubt starts to whisper in your ear, you remind yourself who the hell you are. You're the one who doesn't quit. You're the one who keeps going when everyone else falls off. You're the one who will stop at nothing to get what you want. And that makes you unstoppable.